round 5 of CDR Season 7. Jesus Christ, it's a stampede. Sorry, my dogs. So yeah, welcome to round 5, Season 7. We got Tier 3 and joining the comms box by Kieran.
Yeah, it's actually a pleasure to be back. It's been a while.
No comment.
I was meaning for Tier 3.
Just going to get the stream up there and...
But yeah, I'm now logged back into the Twitch account on my phone, so I can flick through. Yeah. So once the stream is up, if it's actually live.
Yeah, should be live. Couple of comments as well. Just give us a couple of minutes to get sorted there, lads.
So let's take a quick run through who we've actually got. So we've got the return of Teabag.
Yeah, scary, isn't it? As Saki has retired from the session.
Does he? He has a qualiband, doesn't he, from last week?
Oh, he does too, yeah. Fair play. Good man, Saki.
Yep. I'll just turn my TV down there. Hopefully everybody can actually hear me. First time doing comms since I swapped console, so I've had to sort audio settings out on the fly. So if nobody can hear me, let me know, and I'll just go through them quickly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a minute to sort out my side as well.
Yeah, it's one of those that where we race with no audio on. When it goes back to doing comms, you've got to turn it off. Hindsight's run deep at turn 3 on his outlap. Looks like he hit the brakes and absolutely nothing happened. So, not quite sure. What sort of time did we... Oh, I was just about to say, what sort of time did we look at for pole last season? When it was me that took it here last season.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm just trying to figure out if my audio's okay, but the stream isn't up yet. Alright, it is up, it's just not...
showing on the app as...
Yeah.
Live, yeah. So let me log back into the app. Dismiss. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I got it. Just got an advert to sit through before I can say anything about if I can hear anyone. So let's take a... I think Chip is going to be the first one through to start a lap. No, he's not.
It's actually Dave, the first one through, and I'm on board with him. I just need to get the stream up to confirm the audio's okay, because...
Yeah, I've got the stream up. It's about to start. Yeah, I've got the stream up. There we go. Yeah, we're good.
Lovely. Ooh, and that is Chip out at the castle section, I believe.
So what I'll do is, as I've got the stream link, I can copy it and paste it, save Chloe a job. So hopefully the Tier 3 guys have actually read the steward's briefing. Oh, Chloe has pasted it. She's just not tagged everyone in it. There we go, sorted. And I'll just keep an eye on the stream and any comments filtering through throughout today.
Yeah, so just double check that my voice is okay, so I'm just going to pause my mic for 1 sec. I'm just going to assume that everything sounds fine.
Yeah, it does. I've had the stream volume up, everything sounds fine. So Colin Mechanical has said, so effectively Kieran has missed all of the abuse on him.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I do remember Dave with a 45.9 to start. For someone that's relatively new to the game, Baku being one of his first half a dozen league races, it's a challenge and a half, to say the least. So
Yeah, it's the look, Mr. Slow.
yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody can get near the pole time set by me last season here, it'll be a surprise, but it's a challenge that I think a few of them are capable of, especially the likes of Gainful, Ross, Wab, Arso, and maybe Kane Lowry, because I think it was like a 40.7 last season that took pole.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. We just have to kind of see how it plays out. Arsenal's going to cross the line, so that could be a good marker. A 42.3, so Teabag is showing the pace here already. It's obviously it's advantageous to start out. You know, the higher up you can start, the better with things happening behind. It can be a difficult track. No reason why it has to be a difficult track, but apparently it is. It's just some people can't drive properly. But anyway.
Yeah. Jackie with a 41.6, so they started to creep slowly into the mid 41s. Scott is on an outlap on a set of mediums, by the way.
Ballsy. Colin actually puts in any driver's going to drop the weather in. That will be handy, alright. It looks to be dry so far, anyway, at least.
Alright, so I'm trying to determine who the Red Bull guys are, matey. Because still not being added to the Red Bull group chat, I feel a little bit victimized there. Yeah, me either.
All dry, that's helpful.
Yeah.
As Dave's in the barrier. I think it's Dave, yeah, on the left through the S's. So that is Dave out of the session. He is P15, but he doesn't have a lap on board, or a lap set, so he will be out.
Full Send Dave does have a...
Oh, he does, yeah, apologies, yeah.
45.9. So that is the benchmark now to progress. So basically now anybody that finishes a run, if it's slower than Dave's, you ain't progressing. Even though he's DNF'd out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to ride on board with some of the lads that don't have times on yet. I'm on with Hound at the minute.
Yeah.
Actually, Gameful is a bit further ahead, so I'll jump on with Gameful, then I'll drop back to Hound.
I'll stick on board with Hound and see how he's getting on.
I'll drop back to Ross, then he should be the next one to cross the line.
Hound did purple sector 1.
Yeah, he hasn't set a lap, so that's probably that as Gameful towers towards the line and see what he can do. And that's a solid time from Gameful. The two Alpha Tauris currently P1 and P2. I'll drop back with Hound now, who is coming through. It's not, it's Ross is ahead of him actually, apologies.
Yeah, Ross is at turn 15.
Oh, and he kisses the barrier there. That's a difficult one, Kieran, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's a horrible, like the braking zone of it is terrible. Like it's downhill.
Yeah.
Like you've got to swing slightly right to avoid the inside curb when you actually turn in for the apex.
Yeah, I mean race trim there. If you brake on time, you're in that wall. There's no
100%.
No question.
And it's more beneficial to brake earlier.
Oh, and Ross looking competitive. Wowza! As Hound is next across the line, what can he do?
55.4. 42.80.
What a dickhead. Just trying to have a look around. A lot of guys in the pits as well. You can get 3 runs here. It's difficult, but you can do it.
Yeah. In Q1 in particular, yeah, you can get 3 runs in.
I'm on board with Captain as he set a purple sector 2, and he's just coming through the S's there now, heading towards the lane. One of the longest back straights on the calendar, I would think.
It's the longest.
It is, yeah. Let's see what he can do. No, he's lost time somewhere.
Yeah, because he's running a lot higher rear wing than the rest, because he topped out at like 210 there compared to the 214, 215s I've seen. So, but I mean, in race trim, that extra rear wing, yeah, it's going to cost you when it comes to the straights, and you might be a sitting duck. But as long as you can bridge that gap through, say, from everything from turn 3 to turn 15, which the high downforce, being able to commit slightly more speed to each of these tight technical corners, easily done.
Yeah, it is. Look, I've not bragging. I've a couple of race wins here, a few podiums, and I've always been fortunate enough to qualify pretty high, and I did tend to run a bit more downforce than the guys behind. Like my greatest feat was keeping LOI Colin behind for 8 or 9 laps.
I kept him behind for 3 on Friday. That's all I'm gonna say is I kept him behind for 3 on Friday.
Yeah, but he was running low. He was running lower wings than me. I was running higher wings, and I pulled it out in sector 2. The thing is, it's very hard here. A setup might be good, but if you qualify towards the back of the grid, it mightn't be set up for an attacking setup. It really, like, people are asking me about setups. It really depends where you qualify. It's simple as that. It's you know, unless you're running that lower wing, it's a difficult place. As Luckman crosses the line with a 142 dead, putting in P5. Luckman showing a lot of pace this season, actually, as well, to be fair to him.
Yeah. My setup around here is like 27-13 wings. Like, it's ridiculously high on downforce, but
yeah, that's a bit mental. Yeah.
Friday night P8, P16 to P8 on track, and then P7 with after incidents. Like, that's not a bad return. So the additional downforce evidently worked, and I also did do the final lap without a front wing because I crashed.
Ashik sitting at 43.4.
He's in the wall. Dropped it.
Yeah, I think Scotty on the mediums. It'd be interesting to see what Scotty can do on the mediums, actually, Kieran. Be a good indicator as to what kind of pace he has here.
As he's just coming through the S's. See, as you come through that little final bit of the S, everybody tends to avoid the exit wall, but the fastest line through there is 2 lines across,
absolutely,
2 wheels across the paint,
yeah,
and get as close to it. That's not a bad lap on the mediums.
It's not a bad lap at all. He's 1.3 seconds from the drop zone. I'd expect guys to improve. I'm not sure if that's enough, but looking at the times ahead, like Captain Osso, Kane Lowry, quick guys, not a million miles away from him, so that's a solid time from Scotty. Is it enough? Only time will tell, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have another run at it.
I was going to say he's got enough time to get back into the pits, sit in the pits for a minute or so.
Colin. Oh, you special guy. Just kind of have a look around now. You got a couple of guys coming out early for their final runs as well. At this stage, you probably won't get another run in. You would have the chance to probably get a lap and back out. So, but it's not really a place you want to be using up your tires, especially if you're selecting
second coming through the S's, and he's currently almost 8 temps up.
Lovely. I am on board with him. Let's see what he can do as he powers towards the line.
Nope.
Oh, he's back in.
Yeah.
Why?
Unless he's dropped it somewhere and got himself a front wing. Or he's realised he's not put his ERS on, and that set of tyres is gone.
Kieran, 2 seconds, Kieran.
No worries.
I'll find someone to ride on with. I'll be literally a minute.
Yeah, we've got Ross, Teabag, and Kane Lowry all retiring. Joseph is on his outlap, just about to start his flying lap.
Yeah, I'll stick on with Joseph there. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
So we'll take a look on board with Joseph, see what he's doing, because looks like he's running significantly more rear wing than everybody else, topping out at 208 into the braking zone of turn 1. A little bit wide at the exit, but not too bad. Nice run through 2. A little bit higher of a gear there, needed to ideally be in second or third for the exit, as the car will have just bogged down on him. He's upshifting midway through the corners in order to reduce wheel spin 7/1000ths of a second up. King Lockman is now opted to retire from the session. As Joseph has just run a little bit wide, tagging the barrier at the exit of 7 through 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, really wide there, but manages to keep it just about within the track limits. 13, 14, 15. Tidy line.
Yeah,
Get barrier.
Close to the wall there, huh?
He's only a tenth and a bit up on his lap, so he's not looking at improving drastically. Has Joseph recently moved to manual by any chance?
I have absolutely no idea.
Because just watching his driving style, he's going through a second gear corner in second, and then before he's putting his foot down, he's up in fourth.
Ooh,
Finds, yeah. So he found enough. So Matey now needs to find half a second to beat Ashik. And Wab needs to find well over a second.
Just trying to see his hone on the lap. I think he is, and he's getting a toe as well, so this will definitely be beneficial. They've absolutely nailed this toe. Absolutely nailed it. Does nothing, but... oh, and he nearly kills... Oh, no.
He's killed his teammate.
Oh, wow. Yeah, throw that into the nose. Oh, wow.
I mean, that is going to be one of the weekend highlights, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing,
only Steve could get a toll from his teammate, and then proceed to kill his teammate into the first corner.
Oh man, I wasn't laughing. It was just, well, I was, but it was funny. Like, I didn't, not in a bad way. It was just funny to see. As
we're not laughing at Steve, we're laughing with Steve.
Bark is 9/10 up in his time as well, as he's powering towards the line. Bids us in the Q1 now as well. Wow.
Purple sector 3 in the process.
Matey next across the line, followed by an AlphaTauri. I'm not sure who that is. That's Jackie, I believe.
Jackie didn't need to use another set.
That's Matey starting a lap. It could be a second set, Kieran.
Yeah, but Jackie doesn't need to. He's third.
Yeah, if he crashes out here, I'm gonna snap.
It's an unnecessary risk at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure that. Yeah, Captain is getting back around again, so they did work that nicely. Unfortunately for Steve, he didn't just quite work it out, but at least it didn't affect Captain too badly. As I think.
Yeah, it was more of a front wheel to side pod sort of. Matey's 1 and a bit temps up. So, like that little 5 and 6, like a half roundabout chicane, awkward corner. Like if you commit to it and you get your line and gearing right, you're up half a second through your lap just by getting them.
Oh, Ashik improving there on his final run as well.
Up into P11.
Wab next across the line, he's 3/10 up as well, so Joseph's in trouble here at the minute. And Joseph is... No, he loses it. No. Not sure where he lost the time, but he lost it somewhere.
Matey Boy is currently half a second up, almost 6 tenths up.
I'm on Matey Boy there now as well. Purple sector 2. Joseph in the danger area as well, and he's slightly over his time as well, coming through that back
this
sweeping
could be
left.
Matey just sneaking through into Q2 at the death, because Steve is safe at the moment unless Joseph makes time up elsewhere. This is looking solid from Matey.
And it is.
It's enough to put him into P15, and Joseph invalidated.
No. Joseph saw how getting through. Matey by pulling out in the last run as well to get through.
As a former teammate, unfortunate Joseph. As current teammate, well done Matey. So,
I'm surprised are we seeing something that maybe. Like, I thought Webb should have kept going. Maybe he felt he was too far over, but it looked to be competitive time. Definitely better than 44-1. Maybe it wasn't, but that's certainly what it looked like from my point of view anyway, at least.
Yeah, it looked like it would have been at least in the 43s somewhere. But again, he might be running a competitive race setup. But over one lap, it isn't there. Scotty's just put himself into P2.
I'm just laughing back. How does it go from a toe to fuck to going up the inside late, knocking into your teammate 500 yards up the road? Oh,
all I'm gonna say is I've seen Steve try and make an overtake into turn 1 3 times in the last season and a bit. That's last season when he rear-ended me and spun me out. In the F2 last week where he rear-ended somebody, and today where he's smashed into his teammate. Steve,
it was a perfectly executed toe, to be fair. So just confirmation.
Yeah, it was.
We're losing Saki, Chip, Fulton, Dave, Wab, and Joseph. With Ross, actually, with respect, surprisingly setting the pace closely.
With respect, Scotty being not too far off.
Absolutely, Scotty, Gale for Jackie. They seem to be there just a bit back then from the rest, but yeah, it's a tough track. You can lose and gain time. You can have a collision with a wall.
Is it me, or have the top 7 kind of reverted back to like season 3 when we first had Scotty, Colby, Gainful, King Lotman, Bark, and Cole come in, and now they're all just again the quickest over one lap in Q1.
Yeah, well,
and
I think
that's the sort of thing that we'd see 4 seasons ago.
It's the first time in a good few seasons where Tier 3 has been so competitive, to be fair. Ross looking at a set of mediums. I don't. You see, this is you do this all the time. You use 2 sets of soft in Q1 and then come out in Q2 with a set of mediums. Would it not make more sense to use mediums in Q1?
No, sometimes I only do 1 run in Q1 and I use the mediums. So then I've got in Q2. So then I've got excess run like set for Q3. Should I get there?
Yeah, fair enough.
So then I can do 3 runs on fresh sets.
Ross taking the exit road at turn 2 there. Whatever happened. Cold tires possibly, trying to see who's out first. I believe that's Chris, so I'll stick on with Chris for his lap. Everybody out of the blocks. Well, not everybody, but a lot of guys out of the blocks pretty quick. Get that banker lap in.
Yep. Give him time to, go for a quick toilet break, grab a drink, in between runs. We all know, everybody knows it, how important that little 5-minute downtime is between runs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it's just take your eyes away from the track for 5 minutes, then it helps because you don't end up just looking at it and going, well, if my competitor, my rival is taking it this quick, I can. Because, well, you don't have as much confidence into certain corners as others.
Yeah, and look, I still think it's for a street track, there is overtaking chances, but it has to be calculated. You can't just go sending it from when you're evidently behind at the start of the braking zone. You can't stick it up the inside of turn 3 and expect anything but a collision. So if people drive like that, then we're going to have a lot of safety cars. If guys drive properly, there's no reason why it can't be a decent race. Obviously, the back straight is going to be your best place, depending on what kind of a setup you're running. But yeah, it's just down to the drivers. Simple as that, really.
I mean, that back straight is 2.4 kilometers in length. Yeah, that's straight from the statistics from F1, from Sky F1 yesterday, by the way. So I know it's accurate.
It's just about the length of my driveway.
It's the only FIA registered track that has a straight longer that is possible of holding an F1 race is the Fiji Motor Speedway.
Oh, here we go, the useless shite again. Oh, Clay got it in. Yeah, it is. I suppose the only thing that matches it on the calendar is is possibly the back straight of China and that the pit straight of Bahrain. That's probably about it, really, isn't it?
Bahrain's is 1.6 and China's is 2, so it's a 400 meters short.
Yeah. So Chris will be the first to cross the line. Let's see what he can do.
Encyclopedia of useless knowledge about F1 tracks.
That's look. Oh, misses the apex there and does clip the wall. Not sure if his end plate. His end plate is still there, but sometimes it gives you yellow wing damage, but you still have the end plate because that's perfectly logical to Cody's. But yeah.
I mean, we've got F1 23 coming out soon, apparently to be released in like mid-June. If the reports are anything to go by, so that's got to be fun.
Yeah. Chris powering towards the line. Let's see what he can do. Looks quick enough to be fair. 42.4.
Is it me or is Chris running ridiculously low ride height? Look how low his front wing is to the...
Yeah, it does look to be quite low to be fair.
Kane Lowry pipping in with a decent time. Also going P2. So Kane Lowry, the only one. I think everybody's using a scrub set of Q1 tyres at the moment.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, Roth on the mediums. Let's see what he can do. Can he put in a competitive time? It looks good, and it is good. It is a solid time to be very, very, very fair.
That's a tenth quicker than what Scott did in Q1.
Yeah.
So give Track Evolution its credit. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate how like Nerf packs had a pace turnaround all of a sudden too?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
No disrespect to Nerf pack, for the vast majority of his time here, he's been back end of the midfield. And it's nice to know, like, even though I've not commentated on Tier 3 in a while, I've always watched it back or watched it live. Like, I'd typically engage when I am watching it. Just to be ignored, but that's a different story.
Yeah, sorry, I was screaming at my dog.
Yeah. And then Nerf Pack's just had, Russ is just invalidated at turn 7. He went way too close as he got the corner.
Yeah, Gale for sneaking in there with a 41.2 as well. The AlphaTauri guys showing a lot of pace here so far, but there is plenty of pace behind, and Tier 3 tend to give us a heart attack. Anyway, in Q3, got a couple of Alpines, I believe. Yeah, North Pack just making a past Kane Lowry there.
Yeah, Nerf is on his way into the pits anyway.
Would he not give Kane Lowry a toe? Who's on an in-lap as well, or an out-lap? He is on an in-lap. Good lad.
Steve is on an in-lap 2. Bark in-lap. Ashik is just coming round the S's to start his lap. Yeah, and Hindsight is on his actual lap. He's just in the castle section.
Just on board with Hindsight now, see what he can do.
That castle section, if you mess up the entrance to it, you've messed up your line the entire way through. Yeah,
absolutely. It's scary, but the closer you get to the entrance on the left hand side, the better that is. I don't know what you do, but I absolutely violate that curb on the left.
Yeah, on the entrance. Yeah, the more it unsettles the car, the quicker you go in through it. Yeah. What I tend to do is to keep the car straight. Is I blitz the accelerator as I'm going through it.
Yeah, I just looking at. Sorry, Kieran. Yeah, continue.
But not enough to like build enough revs to have to change up. I can still change down as soon as I need to for the right hander after. P10 42.6 flat. So that's a worn set of tyres. That's not fresh.
Yeah, Steve.
I hope not. Anyway.
Well. I think Jackie just started a lap, or Galeful, I believe.
Ashik is just going through the castle.
Yeah, I'll jump back with Galeful then. I'm not sure about you, but I'm looking at a lot of the lines here through the S's, and if they take them with full trim, they're going to end up on the wall. You have to take the curb on the left and the right going through that. Yep. Unless you want to go through in 7th or
lift
or ease
slightly.
Off. Yeah, if you're taking that flat, you have to nail them left and right.
Use the curbs to rotate the car.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Because you'll find if you don't, the right hand part of it, the back will kick out, and that's what happens.
Look at what happened to Luke in the F2s last week, where he tagged the wall on the exit and it just deflated his tyre.
Yeah. Ashik looks competitive, and it is.
Yeah. 41.4, so...
Gainful is 3.7 over, so that was... Don't think it was an in-lap, to be honest with you, but...
Unless he's on a fuel burner, unless he's just gone out with too much fuel.
Could be. Just trying to have a look around. The next Kane Lowry's in. North Pack is back out again. I believe he is. He's on an outlap, as is Ross, as is Teabag.
Mechanical has just said that Kane Lowry said that his was on a used set.
Okay.
So about 3 or 4 attempts.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
For a fresh set.
If you can, look, do you know what, Kieran? This is a funny one because there's some tracks and they're technical, and I can end up setting a faster time on a used set than a brand new set. Track dependent, I think, to be honest with you. I'm going to stay on with North, who is starting another lap, and he is in P8.
Gainful's out on another lap. He's on a 3rd lap on this set.
Yeah, I don't think he really needs to do any more, if I'm completely honest.
He's just gone straight off at turn 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see 41-2 being in danger of getting through to Q3, if I'm honest.
No.
And it's not a track where you want to take a risk either.
That is Gainful just ahead of him, I believe, so Gainful's going to have to make way.
Yeah, he probably pull into the right-hand side here. Going a bit deep there. A tricky left-right, that is. Gainful does get out of the way, to be fair to him, so...
Yeah, so Kane Lowry only has used sets for Q2. He doesn't have a fresh set left.
Yeah, as I said, like Gainful, I'd be surprised if he doesn't get through.
Yeah, so his Q3 run will be... Like, if his Q3 run, he will probably do another used run and then use the free set for his actual lap. But Ross still in P9 on that set of mediums is impressive.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no way he's not going again, but
he's out on track now.
Yeah,
he's just coming through the castle.
It's a decent lap, and that is a purple sector too from the North Pack. Wow. Nails the entrance. Yeah. Nails the entrance.
Slippy on the exit.
Yeah, just misses the apex slightly, but could be a solid time from North Pack. Just trying to see what kind of wings he's running. Low enough, I would believe. Let's see what he can do. Well, that's a P5 for North Pack.
Ross is a second up on his lap.
Yeah, Ross is showing pace here. There's no question. No question at all.
So Ross being a second up, that's going to put him in and around Gainful. Might be the first one into the 40s.
Oh, wow. 10,000 of a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So I was right when I said in and around Gainful, didn't I?
Yep. Got a Red Bull, that's matey. And he is out of fuel. Not sure why, but he is.
He's already done a run, and he'll be on his in lap.
Oh, Teabag next across the line.
Yeah, the 2.7 laps worth of fuel, it's enough to do your out lap in lean, do your flying lap, then run out of fuel as you're coming round turns 16.
Teabag backing out, doesn't think he can improve enough, so he is in for, I would assume, a fresh set.
Bark's on an out lap, Steve is on an out lap, Bark is top of the castle. Also is turn 3, Lockman turn 4, so it looks like, Bark is the furthest one round for his out lap.
Yeah, I'm going to drop on with Bark and see.
Took an ever so cautious line through 16. I mean, he was doing 53 miles an hour through it.
I'm actually going to run on with Steve again. He's just crossing the line to start another flying lap, and it will be his last shot as well, so he's going to have to improve. He's currently in around 4/10 off the pace, so nice turn 1 there, actually, to be very fair. And turn 2, catching a bit of the apex curve on the left. I find it slows you down. I don't know whether it does or not.
There's a little bit of paint there that if you hit it right, you don't hit the curb. It's like turn 3, the paint on...
Oh, Steve. Yeah. It's a difficult one, that one. It is. That is Steve out of qualifying. Unfortunately, going to have a look around. Is that Chris? It is Chris heading towards the line. What can he do? Or he's just starting a lap. Or did he just set one? He's just starting, I think.
Bart is coming towards the end of sector 1.
Oh, God.
Bart is currently 2.25 tenths under. So,
yeah, he needs that. He needs to find
a quarter of a second in the green through sector 1. So, that's good news for him. Just also cautious through the castle. I understand that nobody wants to bin it, nobody wants to crash there, but that extra like little blip of accelerated through there will gain you.
I'm just on with Bark there. How can you run no ABS to that bottom left hand, that downhill left hander?
No idea.
Yeah, it's mesmerising. I'm not seeing anybody taking any exit curve, which is... It's surprising to me, to be honest with you. As I said, it's fine for quality, but if you don't hit it during the race and you keep it pinned, you're going to end up in that wall on the left. Let's see what Bark can do. He heads towards the line. Looks quick, and that is P7. Pushes Captain into the danger zone.
And purple to final 2 sectors.
Teabag is going to cross the line. He needs an improvement. He's not. He's just started a flying lap.
I'm on with Hindsight at the moment, who's P11 and coming round the end of sector 2.
Chris is 8 tenths up currently as well. So that is going to put Scotty in the danger zone, who isn't too far behind him. Wowza, great lap. Scotty to finish.
Hindsight.
Can't improve. Scotty's gone.
Hindsight's not making it. Hindsight's 3 seconds, like 2.5 seconds down. Did Scott make the...
I'm not sure.
He's got a timer, so he made it.
Also into P6, that pushes Scotty down as well, so let's see.
Yeah, Scotty is very much on a flying lap.
Yeah, he is, so that's going to put Bark in the danger zone now from Scotty if he can improve. And he has to improve or else he's out.
Yeah, he needs 2 tenths, doesn't he? And he's up 2 tenths through sector 1.
Yeah, he's got a car ahead who needs to get out of the way pretty fast as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out who it is. It's one of the Ferraris, I think it's Ashik.
It's an Alfa Romeo, I think it's Chris. Who has the AI controlling him, I think. Or does he? If he does,
if he's crossed the line. No, Chris is on the lap himself.
Yeah, I think the gap is sufficient anyway, to be honest with you. In fact, I could give Scotty a tow. Oh, Scotty clipping the wall there, and I believe that's turn 15, is it?
Turn 15 or 16, because you know the little right kink that's before it, it counts as a corner.
Ah, okay. You see that exit curve, or the exit curve on the right hand side before the S's, if you ride that, you lose so much time down the straight.
But if you ride it to the exit of it, where it becomes straight tarmac again, you don't lose anything.
Scotty does enough, and that pushes North out. No, after such a good time.
Yeah, so that's it.
Just 5 tenths between first and 11. That's 6 tenths, sorry, roughly. That's a tight qualifying session.
Yeah, like Matey unfortunately not able to hook it up in Q2, but
as AMG says, AMG doesn't understand what significantly alongside means, quoting Dan 2023. 1, no, you don't understand what significantly alongside means, and 2, I was actually talking about someone else. So there you go. Yeah, confirmation Q2. Unfortunately, we are losing Matey by Hound, Captain Hindsight, Bark, and the North Pack. Keel Upman getting through at about a 10th. Gainful setting the pace there with Ross only 12 thousandths of a second back. Kane Lowry.
That was only like 10 thousandths on the actual official timing screen. So they've given Gainful an extra couple of thousandths of a second there on lap time.
Oh, I tell you what, it's just so close. This Q3 is going to be mental. It's going to be mental. You know, when you look at Jackie said
Jackie got through too. on his last run.
Absolutely, and he's slow.
Yeah, we know that if T-Bag says he's slow around the track, then he's, well, fill in the blank, lying, Portimao, Paul Ricard.
Q3, be interested to see how many guys have set the tyres. If I had 2 sets, I'd be getting straight out right now.
Yeah, get that banker lap in.
Absolutely, no question.
Wait for everybody to sit, like get their laps in. We actually have a car leaving immediately.
That is an Alpine, and I said that's Ken Lowry. Oh no, he just got jumped by Ross. That's such a stupid game. Just let him go us through. We've the setting off, and it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, 100%. Like, do you know one thing I actually hate about this track? Like, the rest of the track I love. It's the pit lane entrance and the pit lane exit. Like, if they could remodel that, then Baku would be, like, top 5 tracks on the calendar.
I love it. I love it.
Especially one of our top 5 tracks, but just the pit lane entrance and exit. Just remodel it, because there's no need for that 90-degree.
Well, whatever the 90-degree, it's not ideal, right? But I think the entrance is a lot more. Shut up, dogs. I think the entrance should be a straight run in. Like, no, I understand why it's there because it's such a long straight, and you know, if it's misjudged slightly, then you end up with a torpedo through the pit lane. Like, so that's probably why it is there.
So
like,
you end up with mechanical going through the pits.
Yeah, or T-Bag's done a few torpedoes in China, I believe. I've torpedoed in China.
Yeah, but you went straight through a gap.
Yeah, I went through the gap with about an inch either side.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I've watched it back a few times. I can't speak about torpedoes. Yeah, my brake just occasionally decides it doesn't want to work.
Yeah, look, as I said, I think this is a great track. It just takes guys to work with each other. It's as simple as that. And as we saw on Tier 2 Friday night, when guys don't work, it's a shit show. Simple as that. You know, it can be a very enjoyable place to race, but you have to just accept that you know, there isn't 10 chances a lap to overtake on. You have to bide your time. You know, you have to get tactical strategy, saving your ERS, get into DRS to save your ERS. It's just all these kind of minor things which end up being quite significant in the end.
If you've lost a position into turn 1, you're going to have DRS into turn 3. It's that straightforward. There is absolutely no way you're losing the second plus.
T-Bag's gone.
Where did he lose it? Through the S's?
Yeah,
on his outlap.
Yeah, that sucks, lad. Is it through the S's?
It looks like it's just onto the straight.
Yeah, it is. Oh, unfortunate for T-Bag. There you go. We cursed him.
Anyway, back onto Chris. Turn 19. Yeah, he lost it at turn 19, so the final corner. That's because you didn't take any curb.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ross, who will be the first one to cross the line and set the early pace here. And he will be followed by Kane Lowry, so I'll drop back to Kane Lowry then.
Yeah. Oh, too much go through there for Ross. Just clipped the left-hander at the beginning of Sector 3.
Yeah, nicely done through the S's, curb on the entrance and the exit. Let's see what he can do as he steamrolls towards the line, running slightly higher wings than North, I would think, and that's a 41.4. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not, but it's not as good as Kane Lowry.
On the other hand, Kane Lowry in that Alpine must just get on. Scotty in with a 41.2. Sorry, Jack. No, Scott's gone in with the exact same lap he did in Q2.
Yeah, a lot of competitive laps there on the first runs. Yeah, definitely. You're going to get a handful of drivers here. Well, not a handful. You're going to get, a handful. Jesus Christ, the dog is a squeaker. Get out of here! Pup.
Is that Fred or Luna?
That's Luna, twat.
So Gainful is just coming through the 10, 12, 13, 14, whatever complex it is.
Yeah, he's going to drop out again for there now. He will be next to cross the line as well. It's waiting a couple of minutes longer than others, but oh man, and yeah, I was just going to say that. It looks to be close, so hopefully he has a second set of tyres because he's going to have to come back in and he's only going to get one crack at it now, unfortunately for Gainful.
Yeah, King Lowry's on his way into the pits, Jackie, pits, Scott, pits. This looks like Monza 2019 at the moment with all of these cars on in laps, except for Chris is actually on a flying lap and that's actually 3 seconds off on his time. By the looks of it.
Yeah, he is, that looks to be an okay lap, to be fair to him, and he is going to finish it out. A 42.8 for Chris.
So he finds 3 seconds, 3.6 seconds, and still ends up staying 6th. But at least it means that Ashik can't just do like a 44 and end up qualifying P6 at this rate. Lockman's still in the pits. Ashik's purpled the first sector. And he's just rolled it round turn 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ooh, why did Jackie retire?
Has he crashed?
No, in the pits.
Oh, did he have a Q3? Oh, he must not have any tyres left.
At this stage, it's worth trying it. If you crashed out, you crashed out. You still end up where you are, aren't you? Anyway, It is what it is. He's gone.
Gainful. Ashik is purpling sectors left, right, and centre here. Purpled the first 2, but does he have the straight line speed? Every time I look at this Ferrari, I still think that's the Pepsi logo on those wing flaps.
That just looks like a solid time, and it is. It's a 41 dead. Putting him on the second row, dropping Jackie down to the.
You mean the first row?
Sorry, yeah. Dropping Jackie down to the second row provisionally for now, as somebody is on. That is Chris on his in lap, I would believe. So yeah, everybody in the pits. No, they're not. I'm a liar. Ashik is on an in lap. So yeah, everybody is in, and they will, I assume, wait for a couple of minutes now and leave the track evolve.
Yeah, this is... Oh no, we've just got a call leave the pits.
That is Gainful.
So that's Gainful getting his one run in on an empty track.
Yeah, probably logical as well, to be fair.
Yeah, like the smartest thing he could have done there, in my opinion, anyway. Teabag, Nick Clayback, the stream seems normal. You can't hear any bad language. So, we'll just ride on board with Gainful. Yeah, like, I try and keep it as professional as possible and not swear. Can't say the same about my co-host tonight, but if there's a Steve bomb into turn 1 like there was in quali 1, then we never know. But Jackie retiring that early, it shows that he's got confidence, but is it a little bit too much confidence? as we're now seeing a few leave the pits. Are we going to see Scotty, also Chris leave, or are they done? As Gainful's just starting his lap, by the way.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense in Q3 not to give another crack. Even if you're on a U set, you might pick up a half a tenth somewhere. Could get your position. If you crash out, you crash out.
What you might have done is just had a bad line for a couple of corners. Even though you were on fresh tyres, it's made it look like you were quicker. But your line might have been awful.
Yeah. Gainful trying to extract everything he can out of it. It's a fresh set of tyres anyway, so he is just relying on the one lap and keeping the mistakes to a minimum. But
yeah, around Baku, I don't understand the fuel burner lap, if I'm being honest.
I don't either. I think the tyre wear probably cancels it out.
Yeah,
I don't do it anyway. To be honest with you, I just can't.
There's only one or two tracks I do it at, Mexico and Brazil, because they're not particularly high on tyre wear if your setup's right. Austria, it can be beneficial, but you've got to hope that you don't get caught up in traffic in the middle sector.
Yeah, I just think tyre wear is just shit in this game in general, to be honest with you. I don't, especially when it only gives you the one. It's essentially a one-stop game, so be interesting to see in the new game if there's anything in relation to that. You know, I think the tyre wear in the game on the softs is completely unrealistic.
Yeah, it's broken. It has been since it launched.
Yeah. So I will stick on with Gainful for this lap because he will be the first one to cross the line on his final run, and he's a good bit ahead of the guys behind. This is his one and only chance to set a time as well. So
yeah, he's got the Haas of Ross going through the end of sector 1 as the nearest car to him, so he's got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I'm just watching Gainful's inputs on his laps. They're just they're orgasmic. Yeah.
I get what you mean. In terms of driving style, he's one of the smoothest.
It is.
There
it's
is
incredible,
in the league.
Yeah, it's
like he's steering and puts one fluid motion in, and then to straighten up the wheel again, it's the same. It's not janky moves left and right to get it straightened up.
It's a kind of a tough one. I don't. If I was in his position, I wouldn't feel like I could really smash this lap. You know, for the sake of costing yourself a full lap. You know, and there you go. He should be okay. Doesn't look like he took any damage. I have no idea how, but
if you hit that part of the castle at the right angle, you don't get damage from it. I've done it multiple times myself. But
we got an Alpine around, I think, or is he just trying to stay out of the way?
And he's just purpled the middle, and he's 7.8 seconds up.
Whoa. Absolutely nailing the S's as well. I don't know what this is. I would think it's a 40, but it looks to be.
Yeah, I'm going with a 41 flat. So I'm going to use Pippin Ashik.
Whoa.
I wasn't too far off of a 41 flat, was I?
Yeah, it's a solid time for Gainful considering he only had one run. Chris Powell
and he clipped the barrier.
God, he closely behind as well. And he does improve. Will Scotty improve? He does. Whoa! Whoa! Jesus Christ!
That beats my pole time from last season for Tier 3.
Yeah, you prick.
Now I'm the BK Thompson.
Jesus Christ, that's sometime. 5 tenths clear for pole. As also pulls. Oh yeah, whoa, and that is that. Jesus.
Yeah, that's.
I let you round out Q3. Are you back in a tick?
Yeah, that's unreal. Alright, so just for clarification, that is Scotty taking pole position, followed by Kane Lowry, Gainful, Ashik, Jackie, Ross, Chris, Osso, King Lockman, and then T-Bag rounding out the top 10, unable to set a lap time. But, yeah, absolutely cracking lap time there from Scott. Just under a 40.5, so I think that would have put him reasonably high in Tier 2 and Tier 1 Friday night. If I can actually grab the Tier 1 quali results. So, in the dry sessions that they had in Q2, the quickest we had, his 40.4 would have put him P11, would have been picked by Sociopath. So, well, he would have picked Sociopath in Tier 1 with that lap time. So, absolute cracking time from him. So we're just waiting on the guys to pick their strats, and hopefully we don't just see a whole bunch of crashing into each other. As we're just getting ready to start the formation lap now. Alright, and we'll just take a quick look at who's on what tyre. So, usually going to be starting on the medium or hard. The top 4 starting on the mediums. Jackie and Russ opting to start on the hard. Chris and his Alfa Romeo teammate also on the medium and hard, so alternate strats from the Alfa Romeo boys. That's good teamwork from them two, actually. Because at some point in the race, later on in the race, they might get close to each other again. Luckman, Teabag, Nerf Pack, Bark, Captain Hindsight, all on the mediums. Hound starting on the hards. Major Boy starting on the softs, looking at going for a cheap stint. Oh, that's not one way to warm your softs up, bud. Then Joseph, Wab, Fools and Dave, Chip, all on the mediums, and Saki doing Saki. And starting on the hard tyres. It may benefit him for once in a while to start on the mediums and see how he progresses. Hey guys, so quali's over. Those watching along at home, anyone got odds on race winners? Any bets placed will not be cashed out if you are successful. We'll just call you a knob. So let's... Right, so Scotty to crash, Kane to take the lead. Yeah, let's see if Scott can actually do something that I struggle to do frequently.
Apologies, just made it back in time.
Yeah, I told the stream that odds on race winners, all successful bets won't be paid out, they'll just be called a knob instead.
Does Jackie realise you can start on something except the hard?
Yes, same with Saki.
Let's hope we get a clean start to the race. Hopefully it's a short run in turn 1, but I predict safety car turn 2.
Yep, there's 3, AMG is correct, 3 failed parking attempts. How has Saki missed his grid slot by that much when he was the final car?
I'll leave you take it.
And lights are out, and everybody seems to have gotten a decent start so far. Kane Lowry a little bit slow off the line actually. Are we going to see chaos into turn 1? That's the McLaren's coming together by the look of it. Ross has snuck up the inside of Gainful. Oh, that's one of the Astons getting punchy. That was Steve trying to go up the inside of Wab at turn 2. And he's now got full send Dave for company at turn 3. Ooh. But yeah, Dave has braked. Steve has bailed out of that one. Steve is in the runoff doing a full Carlos Sainz there.
Yeah, disaster for Steve.
Long race, 26 laps to go. Anything like a safety car within the next few laps will pull him straight back in it.
Matey boy starting on the softs, that's ballsy at best.
Yeah. He's just got to make him work for him. He's got to make sure that he's making up places. Tell me you're betting on an early safety car without telling me you're betting on an early safety car.
Oh, do you know what? We'll either have 5 or none. That's my prediction.
Yeah. I'm going with that. We're not going to, like, we got through turn 1, 2 and 3 with what looked like very minimal incidents.
Yeah, I think the most likely thing at this stage will probably be some fella losing it on his own and through the S's most
and
likely.
Then getting absolutely smashed by the car coming through because they haven't ghosted yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got Joseph closing in up on the back of Matey, by the way. Is he going to go for the move? No. Smart by... Dave has got a full 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane.
That is a yellow flag, sector 3. Why?
How has Steve managed to make up 2 positions unless Saki and Saki and Steve have come together?
Gainful all over the back of Ross now as well. Oh, gets a bit of rear wheel spin, just holds on as one of the McLarens clips the barrier. I think that was Chris. God, it's quite tightly bunched still, isn't it?
Yeah,
kind of hard to know what to ride on with. It's impossible.
Everybody's absolutely violating the ERS though to help maintain those gaps because no DRS is coming. So Scott is flirting with DRS safety, but he's had a moment coming out of the castle. He's just dropped 3 temps. So
God, Chris getting close to Osono as well. The two Alfa Romeos are going to have a collision here, I think. I don't know, does Chris just have the pace on him? Should Osso just perhaps leave him through?
I think they start on alternate tyres. Like, let your faster teammate through.
Yeah, especially with Osso on the hards. I think he will do here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. I'm just going to have a quick run around there as well. You got Kane Lowry with the fuel light on. You got Chris with the fuel light on. You got T-Bag with the fuel light on. Wab Staffen has the fuel light on. Bark, Steve. Could be dodgy. Need a safety car.
Yeah.
That's Ross is in the pits. For the wing. Did he have a collision with Gainful or did he lose it himself? I have absolutely no idea.
Me either.
We'll find out after, I suppose.
Hindsight's up into 11th, and he's looking at the back of T-Bag, who's looking at the back of Nerf Pack, and Nerf Pack is just doing Nerf Pack things. And frustrating the cars behind him by being just slightly too quick to catch through the corners. But being caught along the straights. So
yeah, I think starting on the hards here. There's 4 guys on the hards. This. It needs to work out for them if they're going to do anything here. If there's no safety car, it's probably the better strategy, but a safety car at the wrong time can ruin you.
But you've then also got to be brave on your tyres, lean on them to get them scrubbed in like quickly, otherwise they don't scrub in for a good 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you've got to have it in you to be able to lean on them, or you're just going to suffer for the first.
Yeah, and like it's obvious though, like Jackie's 2.3 seconds back off of Gainful. Chris is closing the gap as well, not quickly, but he is closing it. DRS is in use now as well.
Yeah,
so,
I've got hindsight on Teabag. Is he? Oh my god, that's massive overspeed. And hindsight opts to go around the outside instead of up the inside.
Ashik has lost it. He's tumbling down. He lost it at turn 1.
Oh, and he's...
Thank God for ghosting.
Yeah, otherwise we would have had a few choice words after. But Luckman up in P7, still holding his own. Up 2 positions, so Luckman's having an alright race there.
Yeah, kind of positions moving around the small, but Ashik and Chip down 7. Couple of guys up a few positions. Well, the biggest so far is Ross.
Yeah, I was going to say
P17 after showing an immense pace.
Are the ones that really started in the bottom 5 anyway, minus obviously Ross. But like the only one that's actually maintained position in the bottom 5 is Saki.
Yeah, Kane Lowry's getting close to Scotty now as well. Scotty's doing okay, but he's in a better place
still
for
got more
ERS.
ERS.
Yeah, it depends on the wings, and we'll have a better look now here and see what happens.
Yeah, I think Scott's just...
Oh, Scotty out of shape. Kane Lowry take... Oh, he hits the wall. It has to be wing damage. Has to be. And he's going to stay out, but he has to have in-plate damage there. I'll have a look if I can see if I can get on with Kane Lowry, who's gone up the inside and get the move done.
Oh, we've lost Joseph.
Oh, no. Scotty...
We've lost Joseph through the S's.
Does not have in-plate damage. Will that be full safety car?
It's gotta be.
Oh, I don't know. Cody's. It'll be out by now. Nah, the car's gone. But is it gone? It's not gone, but it's Cody's. The safety car will be out by now.
Yeah. Oh.
Watch it just evaporate.
Gainful up the inside. Gainful round the outside of turn 3 on Scott.
It's not even a VSC. It's just yellow flags.
Oh, guys. Scott and Gainful together at turn 4. So Gainful's now plummeting down the order.
I did point this out, yeah, that this won't happen. You know, this. What do people expect? Getting sick of talking to the wall.
Yeah, I would. Looking at it from that, I would say it's a little bit of. You've seen stupidity. The George, the Verstappen Russell incident at turn 3 from yesterday. Very similar that turn 2 both should have given up a little bit more space. So yeah, as you said, stupidity. Oh, as Chris has just clouted the wall at turn 15. Like, he hit it that hard, he's called ghosted.
Scotty going to potentially have another run at Kane over here into turn 1 as well.
100%, yeah, he's got this.
Oh, I don't think he's closing fast enough. He might be actually. Kane Lowry will 100% defend here. No, he doesn't.
Nope. Again, punching smart. He's just going, okay. Oh, that's Scotty off the track.
Squeezes him on the exit.
Again, this is one of those punch smart situations for Kane Lowry that he's now got DRS into turn 3. How do you get a track limit warning around Baku?
I have no idea, but you do.
Oh, that was a great view. I was riding on board with Scott looking at Kane Lowry from the rear view camera. And Kane Lowry through turn 3 was millimeters away from the wall on the apex.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't appear Gainful or Scotty got damage over that. Just looks like
it was just a bang of wheels and a spin for Gainful, unfortunately. So we can. That's a report coming in. We can not guarantee that at the end of the race. But Gainful now. Oh,
lad. Yeah.
That is not a place I'd want to be.
Absolutely not. I'm riding on with this a second to see what's going to happen. It is kind of where the battle is at the moment, although Kano and Scotty will still have it in turn 1 again.
Yep. I'm on that now, and it seems like Scott just keeps making a mistake through turn 15, and that gap opens.
Oh, is that Ross?
No, that...
Yeah, yellow flag through the castle, I think, and white marker was going a bit slower, which is Ross, because the other Haas is out. Not sure exactly what happened there, if he got damaged. Game for getting a mighty run. Oh, whoa! That is King Luckman out on the left-hand side. That will absolutely be his full safety car, and it is. Wowza, as I said, just missed the apex on the right-hand side of the second S, clipping the wall on the left, and that is that, as they said. Gainful coming in, captain coming in, so this is either going to be a stroke of genius or which I think it is, to be honest. Them hards will definitely go to the end. Wow. Anyway, unfortunate for Luckman. Showed good pace, good quality pace. Just, I did say that's where it was going to happen, if it was going to happen at all, but unfortunate for Luckman there.
Right, so...
Yeah, a lot of guys coming in now for the hards as well.
Mechanical on Friday had someone ahead of him get a third track limit warning through the S's. How do you get a track limit warning through the S's at Baku?
I don't think you can. That safety car is in an awful position altogether.
Where is it?
Just after the exit of turn 2 and on the left.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, this will absolutely help the guys that had the fuel light flashing, but yeah, the safety car is moving slowly now, just waiting on the leader to pick it up, which is Scotty, who's only coming through sector 2 at the minute. A lot of guys starting on the mediums, Kieran are in for the hards. Yeah, I was just going to say Gainful, Captain, Teabag, Wab, Ross coming in for fresh medium, so he will have to pit again unless he's, I don't know, whatever you call it.
No, Wab's on fresh hards.
Yeah, fresh. Sorry, Ross. I meant he's on fresh mediums. There's no way he can get them to the end. I don't think. And if you keep
if you nurse them, they will last about 18. But
it's so difficult. It's a difficult track. Them S's are horrid once you start losing grip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those tracks where your tyre pressures are actually, they need to be perfect to maintain grip.
Chris is in the pits. Oh, he missed it. Yeah, he's decided to come in.
So, Steve being on these hards, it might benefit him to jump a few positions.
I just don't know what it is with Gainful. He can get caught up in stuff and still end up net P1. Oh, well, he's net P2, but I mean, compared to where he was, you know, he's just, yeah. I don't know.
I was just about to say, it's a fucking miracle.
Yeah.
The man who just has so much luck. Like, obviously not that lucky because he's constantly caught up in stuff, but
yeah, like this is going to suit the guys who started on the hards. The 4 that I said made a mistake, but didn't. Like Jackie and Austin were in a very good position.
Yeah,
but
like
another safety car changes it again.
So
yeah, exactly. A disaster first lap from Steve, and look where he is now.
Yeah, a couple of points. Well, it's like 4 points for P12, isn't it?
It is, as AMG pointed out, Carroll made the hard last 22 laps on Friday, and he did, and he was a sitting duck for the last 4 or 5 laps. So
yeah, but bearing in mind, Carl also did the same thing to me last season, and he was also a sitting duck on them to me last season, because you and Clayton commentated that race, and he even admitted himself that he ran him too long.
Yeah. That's what I mean, like Gainful, the guys that pitted there know we're going to have to do 20 laps. And looking at cars race, you know, I think 20 laps is very doable. I'm not sure how many safety cars he had in between them. I think there was a couple, if I'm not mistaken, as I'm going to go take this opportunity to grab a beer. Be back in 1 second.
Yeah, mine's looking relatively empty actually. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, the thing is, if you push and push and push on a set of tyres, then it's not going to end very well, but at the same time, you've got to keep the cars behind or keep in check with cars ahead. You can't really just mind your own business if you're in with a shout of decent points. And like what Dan was saying about a late safety car changing the entire dynamic of the race, it does. Friday night I was net, like I was P13 or 14 with the safety car going in on like lap 21. Box opposite the cars ahead for a set of softs. Got them up to temp on the lap the safety car came in. Finished the race in 8th because I had those 1 lap extra fresh softs. They were all up to temp, barks in a wall. So it is entirely possible if you choose your strategy well. So Barks on 8 lap hold mediums. Ross should get him. So I'd expect Ross and Bark to pit again, maybe in around like lap 15.
Do you know what? This a safety car restart here is always one that makes me think. Yeah, do you go early? Do you go late? If you go late and you don't get the jump, you're under pressure. But if you get the jump on him with such a long straight, it's a hard one. Let's see what Scotty does.
If you're leading,
should be in this lap.
You don't want to go before the line because everybody can just tuck in behind with the slipstream ERS on. You're sitting duck into turn 1.
Yeah, but if you get a good enough jump, that's the thing.
Yeah, if you catch him sleeping. But we know tier 3, like, I'd be surprised if we don't see a 5-second penalty pop up in a minute. Scott's gone.
Yeah, Scotty's gone, that's what I was going to say. I thought he was going to go early. Okay, Lowry is closing the gap, but yeah, kind of caught him napping there. This is what I was saying. I think he made the right decision. I'd go early as well if it was me.
Yeah, he's burnt through like 40% of his ERS almost, but he's opened up almost a second advantage in the process.
Bark Van Doos into the pits. Why?
He crashed under the safety car. He went into the wall.
Yeah, he's missing an in-plate. Chris all over the back of Chip here. Towards turn 3. He's a bit far back, but he's got game from behind him. He's having a look, but he decides better of it, which is good thinking as far as I'm concerned. Clean race so far, Clay. Wow! Oh, thank God that prick isn't here.
That was bound to happen at some point. Even though I sound nothing like him, but yeah, we'll roll with it.
Dave didn't catch it, but yeah.
Oh no, Dave's coming back.
Yeah, and he clips the barrier on the exit.
Oh, see, if Dave was a little bit more experienced, he would have hit his ERS to go up the inside there, but again, he's just trying not to crash into anybody. His words.
Yeah, 100%. He'll do well here. He's new. He's new to the game. Oh yeah.
Was that? Oh. That was Saki straight into the rear end of
Yeah.
Dave.
That is a yellow
But
flag.
Saki's actually sat there waiting for him.
That.
Saki, you can't just wait there or you'll get disqualified.
Be fair to Saki though, he is absolutely after killing his race to stay there after making a mistake. And he better be careful because there's a McLaren coming steaming and that's Barkman as Scotty's into the pits. Wow, that's a mistake from Scotty. He should have boxed if he was going to only hold on to him for that long. And it's for the wing. It's for the wing for Scotty.
Yeah, unless he's had wing damage for a few laps, like an end
plate.
Oh
no, 3 wide into turn 3, lads. Not a good idea at all. Yeah.
Them sorted out between themselves.
Yeah, good idea. That was a bad idea.
Great racing from the 3 of them though, to go from 3 wide to single file, and nobody clipped the car forming, like sliding in behind.
Chris going deep. Okay, looking up at the inside now, yeah, Chris just went a bit deep.
3 wide into here.
Yeah, no. Chip looked to squeeze him, but I don't think it was. I think Chris was too far back, if I'm completely honest. He wasn't anywhere significantly alongside. The gap looked to be closing, but it was just one of them that we'll talk about after if need be. Also with a track limit penalty. Is that a track limit or speed limit? Or
track limit.
Wow, good man also. If there's a track limit to be found, also is your man.
That's turn 7, do you know the right hand hairpin just before the...
Oh, Chip is out!
That's the castle, that's in the castle.
It's not, it's on the back sweeping left-hander. Not sure exactly what happened, that's a safety car. It's going to suit the mediums that will absolutely box.
That's going to benefit Scott now.
Yeah, it'll suit the mediums, it'll suit the hards as well, that will be able to further extend. I don't know, I give up. Whatever.
We're commentators, not strategists. Where's Ted Kravitz when we need him? Or Karun Shandok?
Okay, Lowry in, North in. Ross will be able to catch up here now as well. So suit some, doesn't suit others.
Yeah, Steve up into P7. So he's gonna. I bet you Steve's gonna try and go hard soft. That seems like a Steve's track, doesn't it?
What this has done now is absolutely wrecked Steve's race and Jackie's race. They are going to need another safety car or they're out of this race. Essentially, I think, personally anyway. You know, if you've got a box here, you're going to lose so many positions. The field is going to be tight. What is the preferred number of laps for the hards? Is it 18 laps?
18. I think it's 16.
16, so yeah, they've only another 5 or 6 laps.
And then we've had, 6 laps under a safety car, so we'll round it down to 19 laps of race trim. Yeah, you'd be able to do a hard soft strap at a push. But would you really want to do that?
No, but you get about 4 laps out of the softs, max.
6.
6? Will you get 6?
I did it Friday night, yeah, 6.
Yeah.
And that was with a partially worn set on. For some reason, they went on like 2% form by the time I left the pit lane, and I'm like...
Yeah, but you know what, to be fair, Kieran, it's been a largely clean race. I think I've only seen 2 possible incidents. 2 safety cars have been caused by guys crashing out themselves, so...
The chip one, they might have tried to go into it 3 wide, like they'd gone into a couple of corners. And they just ran out of talent.
Yeah, I just think another safety car, like Steve and Jackie, do really need another safety car.
Like, look at this. Gainful, 7 laps ago, was down in P13.
Yeah, that's Gainful, though. It's just nothing easy with Gainful, trust me. I've been his teammate for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a pole to podium with Gainful. It has to be a bit of controversy, a bit of excitement.
Yeah, one of those. I mean, it wouldn't be Gainful if he wasn't literally taking every single position on the grid at some point in his quest for success, would he?
It's massively benefited Saki, Bark and Fultz and Dave as well, who are completely out of this race. They are now back in with a shout again.
Even though Dave has caused me a couple of headaches in races, the F2 last week, He's a pleasant enough guy. Nice guy to speak to. And
Wow.
I actually hope he grabs a couple of points here.
Yeah, 100%. We got Stingray and Pump Q in with the usual lasso abuse. P10, P10, how to get a track limit penalty this race. As I said previously, if you weren't here, if there's a track limit to be found, Osso's your man.
Like the ozone isn't the bit in the stratosphere that's slowly opening up and causing global warming. It's just also finding track limits.
Yeah.
That science joke is a little bit too complex for a lot of people on a Sunday evening. Look at T-Bag up into 5th.
We are a black hole of ozone jokes.
Don't get me started because I can go with this all night.
So yeah, I assume the safety car will be in this lap.
Next, I think.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
The field is bunched. The car has evaporated. It probably suits some guys, to be honest. Yeah, it is in this lap and an early call as well, so...
I don't get why AMG's telling me to drink water when there's beer here. I'm still hydrating myself.
Yeah, take advice from a 12-year-old. Good lad, Peter. Jackie's going to go here, definitely. Left and right. I think the early jump, he's carrying too much speed for an early jump. He's going to get caught if he goes now. He's taking it to the line.
Right. In this position, would Jackie be a good teammate and let Gainful through?
It would make sense, but at the same time, if Gainful can stay behind, it is going to protect Jackie somewhat.
Yeah, I was going to say...
that is a massive send from Chris, who backs out slightly. Gainful going deep, nearly catches the wall. Just about gets away with it. Oh, man. Can't go 3 wide in turn 2, lads. Come on.
Oh, that's an Alpine round.
It is an Alpine round, and that's North Pack. It is North Pack, I think. No, well, maybe it is, but he's back on again.
Yeah, it was Nerf. He's dropped from P9 or 10 down to P17. Bearing in mind, we've only lost 3 cars, and all of those seem to be due to driver error rather than...
We do tend to see this in Tier 3 though. When you get a safety car mid-race, they drive a bit desperately, which is not needed if I'm honest, but ooh, matey boy collecting the wall on the left just before the castle. Difficult one, it sucks you in, there's nothing you can do about it.
No, and then it typically pings you over to the other side and does the other side wing just for good measure.
Yeah, I think it's about time now for Jackie to multi-21.
So Scott needs to start making a move through this field, and ASAP. This is when, yeah, this is when you realise whether or not Scott had a PT set up, or if it was built for the race. Oh, we've lost another one. We've lost Matey.
Oh, and Jackie just missed the pit as well, and that's a full safety car. And that is bad news for Jackie.
And Barker's just rear-ended Saki.
Steve just missed it as well. A lot of guys in again for fresh mediums. Oh,
if you've got him, I'd take him.
Absolutely.
Get rid of those hards. Like if you're on a set of hards and you've already pitted, chuck on a set of fresh mediums again. Go for it.
I'm fucking sick of safety cars.
You scared the crap out of AMG with the multi-21.
Has he not heard that before? Yeah, Jackie kind of in, you know, I'm just kind of focusing on Jackie because of where he is in P2, but Steve as well down in P8. They're in no man's land right now. Even if there's another safety car, I want to be in a couple of laps, and even softs at that stage, and that with that amount of laps left, what can they do? They are long laps. Like, to be fair, and there is 9 left, probably 6 racing. It's just gonna fall away from the two of them.
Yeah,
I feel again.
Then setting mediums is the way forward.
Yeah, 100%. They might be better off cutting their asses now. Then again, you fall all the way to the back of the grid. Who knows?
That's if everybody ahead of him doesn't pit.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Oh,
might
Jesus
jump in.
Christ almighty.
Scott's had a moment, hasn't he?
No, Jackie just fucking rear end the Gainful. 1 second there. Multi 21! That a bit better?
Yes, Scott has paid for that set of softs, that set of mediums, by the way.
Yeah, good call. Will Jackie pull the trigger? He is. Yeah, he is.
Personally, I'd like to see Chris, hindsight, and a few in. Steve has opted to stay out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see now who made the right call there, Steve or Jackie, when it comes to the end of the race. If you look at where Jackie is P2 down to P12. But I think Steve has made a mistake. I know Jackie's gone from he's dropped 10 positions, but you're going to drop that anyway, I think.
Yeah, and can I just say something? Mechanical
Yes.
just said that you finally dropped the F-bomb.
I dropped that a while ago.
Yeah, he completely ignored me dropping it like 10 minutes ago. What colour is Elite Hound's strategist? Steve sacked him and hasn't replaced him yet. So I genuinely don't know who Steve's strategist is. Oh, guys, come on! There's no need for you to be stamping on the brakes through 6 and 7, 5 and 6. Sorry. At least they've sorted the rear-ending penalties out. That's something that.
Yeah, it seems to have worked. Yeah, I mean, I've said this 50 times. The best thing for everybody here is there's no incidents, there's no penalties handed out, and everybody plods along happy out, and then all we get is fucking, oh, I got a penalty for this, or oh, I got an extra 5, oh, it's so unfair. Just don't hit anybody. And like, this isn't complicated. We're not talking NASA scientific splitting the atom in fucking Mars type of thing. Like, just don't hit anybody. It's simple.
Like, me and you have a very similar way of doing a safety car. Like, how we operate under the safety car. We leave 7 or 8 car lengths for the car ahead. Because then we can warm our tyres, we can do what we need to do. Like, if we need to warm our brakes, then ideally should be car room behind us. Like, we can get a little bit of speed up, stamp on the brakes a little bit, get a little bit of heat into those, load up the front wheels, or the front tyres, and ideally be ready for racing by the time we hit the brakes for turn 1.
Chris is going to hit the back of Gainful here if he doesn't chill it back a bit. And he he gets too close and he has to back out. Now he got caught.
Sleeping. Yeah, but is he?
Oh, and he hits. Oh, Jesus. He hits Gainful, but he backs out of it. To be fair to him, he recovers it.
He went for the escape road. He didn't just commit to the corner.
Yeah, no, there's cars all over the place. And that's Barkman do run by Dave. Oh, Saki got caught in that as well, I believe. Jackie gonna get a run on Dave now into turn 3.
Yeah, I'm on board with Scott watching this.
I don't think it was intentional. It's just one of those things. Bark just seems to be the guy that gets rammed up the ass every race.
Yeah, I think that's due to him running no ABS and just, Dave just doing Dave things. I think Dave will be happy to see the back of Baku for another season.
Yeah, it is difficult. It's a difficult track if you're not overly comfortable.
Oh, I've just seen an overtake by Jackie into the castle section on Ross.
Well, that's not good. I did specifically state not to do that.
Ross clipped the barrier and was coming back solid after ghosting. So as he committed to it, he might have been ghosted.
Ah, okay.
Like, I only caught it because I'm on board with Scott, and Scott caught up to it as it was.
Yeah, and Jackie's going to be quick now, and you know what? I feel sorry for Steve here. He stayed out, thinking he's doing the right thing, and Jackie's only 3 positions back now. Steve choosing to stay out, and he's going to be a sitting duck. It's unfortunate. It's just such a hard one to, you know, on the fly.
Unless we get a safety car now. Oh my, that overspeed from Scott is insane on Ross. Oh, don't. You ruined it there just by tagging the rear of him. We'll get DRS next lap anyway.
Yeah. Then we're in with it. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then all of these hard runners are got to feel the pain. The ones that have been on him for lap after lap.
Yeah.
I think Gainful and Chris are going to have to pit again. There's no way they're taking them to the end. I think the top 6, everybody's...
I think you'd be off your head to come in at this stage, unless it's a safety car.
Yeah, I don't think those hot tyres are going to the end. Because we've got 8 laps left. That'd be 19 laps on them.
Yeah, and 2 safety cars, no problem, I'd say, Kieran. Maybe not. They might be dead, but
it depends on how hard they've been pushing them to keep ahead.
Yeah, that's the trouble, yeah. We'll have to see.
Chris is just taking 4 attempts out of Gainful in 2 corners.
Jackie is looking savage, looks to be savage pacey behind. There's a bit of a 3-4-way battle going on here with Hound holding everyone up. And this, like Jackie, like Dylan...
and Steve's at the front Steve's at the front of this queue. So...
Oh, Jesus, no! Masso goes nearly into the wall. Jackie passes him. That was so close, Masso. He just about held on there.
So, yeah, Steve is going to be a sitting duck into turn 2 and into turn 3.
Scotty goes up the inside of Ross. Bit of wheel banging there. Ross gets the outside line too, which is preferred. And Scotty leaves his nose in there. That's asking for trouble, but Ross goes a bit deep, which suits. Hindsight is actually going out.
Kane Lowry on Steve. Done before they hit the brakes. See, I don't think Steve's particularly slow around Baku. His lines look good. I think it's just his hesitancy to get on the throttle. Yeah, I think the close proximity of the barrier is scary.
They're hard to be screaming at him now at this stage as well, and if Jackie can dispatch him here, he might have a good shot at getting a podium, I would think.
Yeah. But I'm on board with Jackie now as they go into the castle. Oh, yeah, caught him way too quickly under braking. Hold it, and then just get him into turn 1.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the thing.
Just punch smart, don't be trying to rush it. And we know these two have had a few collisions over the seasons. So we'll see what they get up to in turn 1, but it's not even going to get to turn 1.
Yeah, he's going to have to back off to the S's or he's going to catch him. Oh, Steve's missing the apex, and Jackie should get this done handy enough.
Yeah, I'm going before they've even passed the start finish. Oh! Yep, before they've even passed the pit entrance. Steve's not pitted yet. Has Steve pitted?
No, he's not.
Steve is the only man that hasn't pitted yet.
Has he pitted? 19 laps?
No.
20? I think he has.
No.
Steve has not pitted. He's the only man not to pit so far. So yeah, you're right.
We've got Ross round. Was that him and Scott?
That's a full safety car. Jesus Christ, why?
Oh, what?
Why? Why?
I don't know, unless it's...
I'd be surprised if anybody pits.
Well, Steve has to.
Steve has to, yeah, but if the top guys pit now, they're just going to lose so much time. That's... Oh.
A set of softs now would be beneficial to the end. But,
I mean, it would, but if you're the lead car, unless everybody else goes in behind, you're gone. I don't see game for pitting here. I think they'd be mad. You're going to get 3 laps out of this. You'll have 3 laps of racing. You're not going to get them positions back. You'll have 1 lap on the DRS.
Yeah, like this is when the safety car come out in Tier 1 Friday night. And it went in on like lap 22. It was only a short safety car.
You know, if it was a decent amount of time between the last safety car, you'd say fair enough, but if you pit now, you're going to the back. I don't know, I might be wrong. I don't know, I probably wouldn't come in myself, but I tend to make the wrong call in these situations, so yeah.
I'm riding on board with Gainful. Gainful's still got 1.4 ahead of Chris. And he's angling his car that looks like the pit lane.
Yeah, he's staying away, yes.
Dummy pit stop.
I don't think anybody will come in. I think they'd be mad. Absolutely mad.
Steve
will, obviously, because he has to. But I think after that should be insane. Unless you're towards the back of the field, you'd probably take a gamble on it.
Are we going a set of softs for Steve?
You would think so, yeah.
Yep. Yep, so as I called it, his strap.
Softs on, brain off. Dakota.
Ross is in. Ross lost his wing. Well,
where he was,
it,
you know, if you're in the bottom 2 or 3 at this stage, you might as well. But this is where it gets a bit. This is where Tier 3 comes into its own. Just watch. It's just, guys, we have to calm down. It's a street track. It's a tight track. It's a difficult place to overtake. The bottom 4 or 5 cars are on the softs. Everyone ahead is on a lot of older tyres. You just have to chill out. Forcing it is going to only end up in one thing.
Yeah, like, just wait for the cars ahead of you to just squabble and pick them off, like, when a gap opens. Like, it may not be a conventional overtaking place, but if there's a gap open and cars are losing ground on each other, then stick your nose not up the inside of, like, turn, like, 15 or 16, whatever the downhill left is. But try your best to just pick up a spot here or there. I think we've got like at least all 3 different compounds on, and it's pretty much the leaders are on the Haas, midfield are on the mediums, bark, and then the back end of the field are all on softs. So the faster
with probably 4. The safety car, would he come in this lap? I doubt it.
Everybody's bunched up.
No, unless it's extremely late. So it'll come in the end of lap 22.
Yeah.
So we'll have 4 laps of racing, 2 with DRS. My prediction, going off statistics, is carnage. Hopefully not, but yeah, that's where we are.
Mhm. Saki.
Why? Anyway.
Bacardi, we don't make the safety car rules, bud.
Yeah, I think the top 6 were quite happy to get a safety car. Everyone don't wants to just get going again.
Saki rear-ended Ross and picked up a 5-second penalty, so he's pitted and put on another set of softs to get rid of that 5 seconds. So now we're going to potentially have the safety car for another lap.
I don't think so. He's not even through sector 1 yet. Saki should be up to the back of that by the time we get around.
Yeah. Or he'll crash train.
Cardi, piss off and race someone else. Do you know what? Bacardi's one of them characters. He's not in the league very long, but he's just a likeable guy. I give him shitloads of abuse, but he deserves it, and he can take it as well. So works both ways. It's an abuser abuser situation.
Okay, Dan, you can't be Stockholm syndrome in these drivers. Like, that is not how we retain them season upon season.
But it's friendly. I was going to call him something there, but I can't. But he knows what it is.
Does it begin with the letter C?
Yes. Classy.
Clumsy.
So I would expect to see the safety car in this lap.
Like, because he's never heard of Stockholm syndrome before.
And the safety car is in this lap. That will be 4 laps remaining. We won't get another safety car. We will have 2 laps of DRS. Fasten your seatbelt, and yeah.
Right, I'm gonna say this about real life F1. That the whole. Do you know this? Did you watch the sprint race yesterday?
I did not.
No, it was fucking pointless. But they were allowed to use DRS after 1 lap, not 3.
Chris is going to hit Gainful here.
Again.
Yeah. And he's got caught napping again. You just need to give yourself that 2-3 car lengths to just get yourself moving. And let's see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scott round the outside of also into P8. Ashix tumbling, but that was just due to a move round the outside from Captain Hindsight. Oh, guys, please don't do what I think you're about to do. Good boys.
Oh, what is Scotty thinking there?
I was more on about Jackie just putting the squeeze on the exit.
You gotta be careful, it's a tight track, Jesus.
Yeah,
it
like,
looks to be a pretty clean getaway.
Also, I was looking at coming back at Scott. Do not send it up the inside there.
See, this is where it gets a bit touchy, you know, because the soft runners now are being held up by Bark, and they're going to start getting a bit pissed off being where they are, obviously enough, but that's where it leads to trouble.
I think Steve's going to pass Bark into turn 1. And then if he can stay 3 seconds behind Osso, he's got a top 10. But it's just if he can pass. Oh, Steve's in the wall. Sorry, Steve.
Oh no. That is the wing gone as well, I believe. Definitely in plate.
I'm trying to get
Yellow flag, sector 3. Who is that? There's cars making a move. Kay Lowry's making a move on Teabag. Jackie's looking pretty I was going to say poncy, but pacey is what I meant.
Jackie's coming through.
And he's going to rear end Kay Lowry if he's not careful. He does it nice, you know, Teabag leaving a nice amount of room on the inside, on the outside apparently. Apologies. Jackie! Whoa, that's definitely wing damage. Teabag looks to slightly outbrake himself.
That is not a sandwich you want to be in between Teabag and the wall.
To be fair, like, Ross is gone in the pits. Wow.
So it's a pit and quit.
Okay. That's shocking. Not shocking, but pace he had. Oh.
Wab's just losing that rear end.
Wab and also going hard at it, but this is...
Steve has made a move on Bark, by the way. Steve could actually see himself up into a decent position here if he just holds like some sort of pace. Like, he's on the faster tyre. Everybody in front of him.
I want to be very honest and very fair here as well. Unless we see an absolute calamity in the last 2 laps, it's been a super race. There are a couple of safety cars, guys bidding it, no issue with that. In terms of quality, it's been good. It's been good. I haven't seen anything.
They've listened to the warning given.
Couple of close hard races, but I haven't seen anything mad, like, you know, which is great.
Agreed. A couple of wheel banging. Like, I I don't mind getting back in the comments booth from time to time. So if there's any need for it in the future, then happily. If I'm given enough warning, like you messaged me at what, like 2 o'clock this morning to ask.
Yeah, I was watching. Ashley
Yeah.
taking captain on the piss train as well.
Steve got caught up in Osso and Wab coming together, but again, DRS soft tyres.
Jackie and Kane Lowry seems to be the oh, Kane Lowry into the wall. He looks about broke himself.
And outbroke his wing.
Oh no! Disaster from Kane Lowry. I'm not sure if he has wing damage, to be fair. I wonder is the setting on reduced, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
guy's
it's
not
Steve,
getting,
so probably.
Yeah, this guy's not getting damage here when they should be.
Why are Matey Boy and Chip not showing up as DNF?
Who knows? Oh no, Ashton's had an issue! And I completely missed it! He's down to P5, Chris up into P2, captain to P3. So Jackie knows Ashley between himself and Kane Lowry. Kane Lowry getting the position. Jackie not making them tyres work the way he wants to, and I reckon Ashley's tyres are just completely shot.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. I don't think they'll go to the end. So
Gainful is doing okay though.
But we all know that Gainful's kind to his tyres. He's got that driving style. Like, if I'm going to liken his driving style to any real-life F1 driver, I'd say it's Perez-esque. You know, it's just super smooth on everything. Chris.
Kane Lowry now going on captain up the inside
Jackie
from one.
Round the outside. I love how turn 3, tier 3 loved it around the outside. Oh, Scott's off the barrier.
What a move from Jackie. That is sweet.
Yeah, they love round the outside of turn 1 here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ashik's tyres are dead.
Oh, that's so hard for Ashik. In podium position as well.
I'm not sure if he got wing damage out of that either. So, but driver of the day
has to be Gainful, doesn't it?
I was gonna say there's not even a question about it.
Yeah, unless something seriously badly goes wrong, I just positions, but
I think he's actually one of the few that have gained. Yeah, he's up 2 positions. Hindsight's up 9 though.
It is a solid race, but
hindsight will be given it by the game. Oh, look at Dave. 1 not being lapped does help by all the safety cars, but has managed to make it to the end so far.
Kane Lowry could chase down Chris to the line here.
I've just got Osso and Wab wheel to wheel through the final couple of corners.
Oh, Kane Lowry's got a better run. He's got a better run. He's absolutely going to take Chris for P2. Can Jackie take captain? Jackie's all over the back of captain as well. He has the run on him. And he'll get it as well. Captain doesn't have it. That's Jackie up to P4. Kane Lowry to P2. Chris to P3. Captain to P5. On the pit straight for the last. Oh, wow. Wab Staffen taking a very respectable P8. Whoa.
Hindsight was in a podium position for the best part of that race.
Whoa. Oh, what a finish that was.
Steve just responded with his usual duh. Like, Steve, we don't speak dog. Like, if you want us to understand what that means, communicate in English, please. Well, that was eventful.
Yeah, do you know what? That's a quality race. We're going to get a few incidents, no doubt, but a quality race, absolute quality. I didn't see much really wrong with that.
Chris in the Discord reporting Kane Lowry for breaking hearts.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So we'll just go for a run through. We got Gainful P1, Kane Lowry P2, and Chris making up the final podium position in P3. Then we got Jackie P4, Captain P5, Scotty P6, Teabag, who hates Baku, will absolutely grab that P7. Wab Stappen, who was P13 or 14, I think he'll take P8. Steve, again, seem to be lost after not pitting. Get back to P9. Ashik, Heartbreak P10. Bark P11. Also P12. North P13. Dave P14. And it stops there. Yeah, super stuff. Excellent.
Yeah, actually a decent race to come back to commentary with, and instead of like, yeah, there were safety cars, but it wasn't a safety car like fest because of poor driving. It was just unfortunate with people being running out of talent and Baku being the savage it is. It's just one of those tracks that you can't overdrive it. You've got to stay fully within your limits.
Absolutely, and that's a wrap. We're back on Tuesday at 12:30 in Miami for F2. So join us there if we have comms by AMG. 12:30, 8:30 I meant. If we've AMG on comms, hopefully, then we're back again then with Miami Friday night tier 1 and 2, and back here this day next week, Miami tier 3. Good for you. Oh, yeah, and on that note, I'm going to end the stream. And Colby's a very bad driver. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later.